Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where we are looking at the old and trusted title screen once again. Yes, we have completed Iceberg Island in a 1 hour long video last time, racing towards the finish, and even though the game tried to cheat us from victory, we were just ahead of it, because it was only a few days after we had actually finished the park that the game pulled off its shenanigans by having a coaster crash. But, well, we made it. However, one thing that I totally forgot to do in that park, which I kind of felt really that was missing, at the end of last video. And, well, that is to look at the park as a whole, look at the finished result. And I blame the length of the video for it, because, right at the end I was looking at the clock and I was like, oh my good lord, I've gone, way over the time I intended it to be. So, I blame that as the cause for it, but we are going, hey, this is it! That was the actual park. We are going to take a look at the finished result. So, I usually don't do it, but, I want to take a look at this. Just see how it has become from a bit more of a zoomed out view. I think it looks unique, actually, and I think that the whole, tunnels that we built, I think that they add to the looks of the park most definitely. Right now it just looks like, these are just 4 crazy icebergs, really. Well, they are. I mean, they're filled up with stuff. But, yeah. It looks good. It has its own look. I like the colors that we went with, in the end. Even though it's a little bit bland and, well, we could have done a little bit more with the scenery, but it really does have a chilly and icy feeling to it. So, I think in the end, this park looks quite amazing. Quite happy with it. Now, of course, I also know that, there is still stuff to set up with the mine train coaster. There's no mechanic there, there's no handy dude there, but hey, whatever, right? I mean, does it matter much? Not really. I think the park looks nice, but I must admit, it was really difficult. For a starter park, it was anything but easy. I mean, that budget, man, is so tight, and building is an absolute nightmare. It's one of the worst parks that I've had to build in so far. So, well, I mean, if that is the starter park, which, well, if we take a look at the original, I mean, Forest Frontiers was the starter park of the original. This is a walk in the park, a cakewalk. And then over here, the Whispering Cliffs weren't that difficult either. Though the Three Monkeys park caught me flat on my nose, but this, Iceberg Islands, now that was difficult. So, I don't know, we'll have to see what the next park will bring, and that is Volcania. So here it goes, and we'll pause it. A dormant volcano is the setting of this coaster building challenge. Your objective is to finish building all 5 of the partially built roller coasters in this park, designing them to achieve excitement ratings of at least 6.70 each? What? Wow. Wait, hold on a second. Lava? Volcanoes? I mean, how does this work out? But, oh my good lord, that goal. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call creativity, really. Oh, that's amazing, actually. That was one of my main complaints I had at the end of the Corkscrew Follies, that there wasn't enough variety in the challenges. It was always X amount of guests in X amount of years, with the 600 park rating. I mean, it didn't even bother to change those numbers to, say, raise it up to 800 or something. This, however, it seems like the devs realized that themselves as well. I can't say they heard my complaints, as this game is nearly 20 years old, but yeah, I mean, they realized that themselves as well, and this is exactly the kind of challenge that I would have loved to see. And, well, I would have loved if this were also in the Corkscrew Follies, but still. That is amazing, and look at the coasters that we already have over here. I mean, there's quite, whoa, there is indeed quite a few. There's also Path, that leads to them. Yeah, at least to this one. Though, I don't know, but in terms of an queue line, this is bad. I mean, that's really not good. Also, there's a lot of path just leading to places that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, look, see, there's just path over here that's just like, alright, well, just put some path out there and we'll see where it goes. I mean, that's kind of like the impression that I have. But it seems also to me that there's like a build-up of coasters that they want you to finish first. So here's my guess. We are advised to start with Rollercoaster 5, then Rollercoaster 1, then Rollercoaster 2, and then... Wait, hold on a second. Am I missing one over here now? No, then Rollercoaster 3, and then Rollercoaster 4. Oh, no. Wait, I'm missing something here. There should be one more coaster, shouldn't there? Yeah, I mean, this isn't right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only count 4 stations. Unless the view is hiding something for me. No, it is not. Or is it now? No. So, or did I just misread this? Building all 5 of the partially built roller coasters. Or is there... Maybe there is just a coaster with just tracks. No. No, there is not. Let's get back to the regular view. I mean, I see the purple one. That's 1. The wooden one is 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, alright. I don't know. My counting was totally off there. I don't know what took hold of me, but... Oh, no, actually, I mean, I'm counting this one twice. There's like you, the wooden one, you and you. I don't know. My mathematics are horrible, but I didn't know they were this poor. I mean, this is horrible. We'll just finish these coasters and we'll see if the park is a success. But before we get to that, I mean, wow, that was a poor show there. All right, my brilliance with numbers is once again showing here. In any case, this type of goal, I mean, one thing that I immediately noticed, there's no freaking time limit. That is pretty awesome in and of itself. That means that we could do it in 1 year or 10 years, does not matter. As long as we finish the coasters. And that's another thing. We don't need a set number of guests. All we need is to make sure that we finish the freaking coasters. Now, that means that our pricing can be really sharp, actually. We can have really high prices. It doesn't matter if we only have 200 guests. As long as they all leave with empty pockets, I am perfectly fine with a guest count of only a couple of hundred, you know. So, now you are the first guest. Yeah, 65. I don't mind. I mean, we will have a very high pricing strategy. Not too high, I mean not too, but we will have it really high, as high as we can reasonably get it. So now then, I also guess that because all we need to do is finish 5 coasters and there are cheap ones in there, what we don't need is to check which roller coasters we have. We do have even more roller coasters though, so if we need to, we can still build more. And I mean, this coaster would be perfect to actually build, even though we don't need to build this, you know, in terms of like coasters, because I mean, pretty much all of these coasters are already there. It's just that this one is cheap and we could get, you know, this one just to make enough money to have a decent amount of cash to finish the rest of them, because I know the goal says 6.7, but how about we raise that to a 7 for each? Yeah, that should be, that's a 7.5. I mean, let's raise it to 7.5. I know that we could, I'm actually tempted to have it go up to grand. Shall we be ambitious here? You know what, guys, we're gonna be ambitious. We need all of these 5 coasters to be freaking grand coasters. There. I mean, I was being careful here, you know, hoping, because I was looking at the type of coasters. But I think we can pull this off, and if not, we'll have to try harder. There! So, scrap this, and we will make our own challenge. 5 grand coasters. Ooh. I don't know if it's that smart to get myself into this kind of challenge, but we'll see. Balls. Right, now, having said that, let's take a look at what we have, because I have seen that the path infrastructure, it's not horrible per se, but what we kind of need to do is, basically this volcano is like a really nice, well, guide for our path. We need like a path that goes in and through the volcano, and then one that also goes like on the lowest sides. So we will need to have like a double path. Nah, we just need one ring that goes around it. We'll have to see where that needs to end up though. We do need it to also resurface at times, just so that we can have shops and stalls on the far sides here, but yeah, I think that we need one path on the crater here on the top, and then another one like down over here. This is also, by the way, pretty cool terrain. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but lots of vertical cliffs means excellent stuff for creating awesome coasters. Even empty tunnel thingies here. Yeah, this is looking rather good. This is looking promising, I tell you. Right, so that's the terrain. I mean, if we just zoom out, I don't know. I mean, as far, well, you know, for Rollercoaster Tycoon terrain terms, this is a volcano. But if this were to be a real volcano, I don't know. In any case, let's take a look at the rides that we have, because coasters alone will not do it. This is a reasonable collection of rides. Oh, that is a very good start of thrill rides. Yeah, I don't know about these rides. We might build these two though. They're quite, well, decent. I mean, we could have a rowing attraction around the island. We could also not do that and have one over here. That isn't too unreasonable, I guess. What do we have over here? Wow, look at that. Now this is done proper. Souvenirs and 2 types of foods and drink, you know, and a drink stall and just everything. We got everything. Well, that's pretty solid. We have mine theming, so... no, I don't know really about mine theming. It is a volcano after all. Usually, you know, I mean, my sister's been to Indonesia recently, and I've seen those pictures, and when I see volcanoes, I see bush and jungle and white beaches around them. Not really, you know, abandoned mines near a volcano. I mean, imagine if you dig too deep, you know, and the whole mine floods with lava. No, I don't think we're gonna use that mine theming, but... Right then, well, we have quite a few things to do. First of all, is to check out how much... Alright, yeah, so there is definitely a catch at this. We won't be rich from the get-go. We will be poor at the start. Now, seeing how these coasters, they're all like either, well, above or in the volcano, I think it would be cool if we try and keep these coasters as much as possible towards the volcano, so we don't have them go all the way over the beach to over here, for example. We'll try and keep them as close to the volcano as possible. So really, yeah, I mean, ideally what I'd have is that we'd have them, you know, come up through over here and then have the highest point going outwards in all directions. And then, of course, we'll have to all color them orange, yellow and red. But, I mean, I don't really know if that is possible. They also need to be grand, so it does need to be, well, realistic, you know, and achievable. But we'll have to see. There's no time pressure, so why don't we take a look at the stuff that we got? Or rather, the stuff that we don't have. I mean, that's pretty much everyone. Right, we'll first start out with just assigning some, right? I mean... Even though there is no, well, real failing conditions, I guess we could go bankrupt, really, but, you know, other than that, there are no fail conditions. It's not like, okay, 3 years have passed, game over. No. The park is in poor condition, game over. No. As long as we finish those coasters, then everything else is just hunky-dory. Right, now... knowing that, let's see. I mean, knowing that, I think we should also, oh, you know, we should still try to make a park that is quite, you know, attractive to the guests too. I mean, sure, it doesn't matter so much if we don't really, you know, get that on time, but I don't mind, you know, going for still a very attractive park. Now, as far as I know, these are the only stretches that are currently reachable for the guests. Then we'll drop a mechanic, and we'll leave it at that for now. Right, so the park is open, and is it set? Oh, that's interesting. I mean, even if I wanted to, I couldn't change it. Not that I mind. I mean, I like it this way, but still, you know, it's alright. Well then, yeah, it's time to benchify and trash canify the whole park. So we'll get that sorted. But man, that objective, man. I mean, wow, that is a nice one. I really approve of this. I'd like to see more of it. To be honest, I mean, that is just amazing. Just all we have to do is finish the coasters. I mean, how cool an objective. I really, really dig this, you know. Also, is it just me or it actually goes below over here? Right, for a moment I thought that we had a square there and that would be really bad. But turns out we don't. Right, that also means we need benches over here. Now, to get the trash cans out there. And I know we currently do not have rides and we need those, but first I want to get the basics sorted over here. These are important too, we must not forget them, you know. It's all these bits that help towards a great park. There, alright. Think we got everything pretty much covered right now. So then what we need to do is we need to get them facilities out there. Now I think it wouldn't be such a bad idea to, let's see, yeah, this is all flat. How about it if we just start out with just a row of shops and stalls over here, so that, you know, they can just buy a map and the souvenir and the drink. Some guests could enter the park hungry, so I want, you know, once they have passed this, I want them to be taken care of any bodily and well, material thing they could possibly ever want. So we're gonna build all them facilities right at the start, right here. Now, we'll open you up and, well, first of all, we are going to oh, no, that's a map, that's cool. We're gonna up the price of an umbrella to 10 bucks. Do I care much about that if the guests leave early because they're poor? Not at all. All I need is their money. So, now we do have a few more guests in the park. I want to know, like, you have 85. So it's not like if we raise the prices high, you're 65. But it's not like if we raise the prices high, then we'll have few guests in the park. No, I think that most of them actually are quite poor. Alright, balls. I had hoped that would be different, but right, we'll also have to set them colors for this, and because it's a volcano, we'll go with orange, yellow and red, really. Now, we will also have a toilet over here because, well, you know, who knows, maybe some guests also enter the park needing to go to the toilet. So, just in case, you know, that happens, we will have everything at hand for them. Then a drink stall, and then a popcorn stall, there, and you will go opposite of that. And then we will also build a souvenir stall, just for the souvenirs. I mean, we can also buy them umbrellas over here, but, you know, just because it's near the other one, we'll make it the same color, so. Right, well, look at that. I mean, there's loads of guests coming. Why? My guess is that it is because we have shops and stalls, and even those will lure guests to the park. Yeah, it seems that 85 is the high spread of their budget and 65 is the low spread. Well, alright, knowing that, I mean, well, that doesn't change to anything to our plans, really. And I'm just gonna, you know, add a few more toilets over here. so that we got those facilities there too. Oh man, I so wish I could build underground. It's a shame that we cannot. Now over here on the high side, it isn't really possible to build toilets other than over here. So we might as well. There, have a volcano toilet. Oh man, I hope that when you go to that toilet, it doesn't, you don't leave a volcano there. Oh man. Right, now those are 5 toilets. That should cover all the needs of our guests. We might even get the award for being the park with the best bathroom facilities. I mean, that is a real possibility right now. I don't mind that though. I quite like that award. Now, I'll place one more over here to the other side. And there we go. And there, that's 2 drink stalls. And then we will also add 2 more hot dog huts. Let's see. We can't. Oh, that's a shame, man. Right, we'll just place it next to over here then. And another one, I guess, next to this one. We might as well, whilst we're at it. Like that. Good, well, I mean, that's the facilities taken care of. Currently, there is nothing in the park, and of course, we are going to treat this as we treat most parks. We're gonna start out with a ride, and I think that, maybe, yeah, I think we should start out with the music. Music that I've missed in the Iceberg Islands park. Music that is so typical, so classical for this game. Music that should have been there, and it wasn't. The merry-go-round. And the only real question here is, where are we going to place it? I'm actually favoring, to kind of like fill up this island by just working from the entrance and then going around it. And we'll leave like all the gentle rides, and some thrill rides as well out here. And we'll add, the other... Well, the tracked thrill rides will go up here. All the other things we'll leave down on the beach, right? Just so that we really have, like, the volcano is a thing where excitement stuff happens, and down on the beach you can just chillax. Which is what the beach is for, naturally, of course, so... Right, yeah, that's what we'll do. Now, the beach isn't really suited for these kind of rides, but we'll make it suit for us. Ooh, that does involve terraforming. Where are we gonna put it? I think we should put it over here-ish. We'll hook it up over here, but we will terraform for it. In fact, we'll have to terraform the terrain inwards over here. Like so. We'll do it even further, like, yeah, great. And there goes the money. Balls, terraforming has happened once again. There, that's how we'll do it. Now, once we place this and once we open this up, oh man, joyous tunes of, long forgotten times will come to our ears once again. Well, there's actually a bit of a dodgy issue. I'd like it to be over here, but how are we gonna do the path then? I guess we'll have to worry about that for later. For now, we're gonna do it like this. And, well, we've gone with wooden supports over here, so we might as well stick to them. It's not really the most beautiful thing, yeah, I'm not that happy about it, but oh well, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, that is sloped path anyway, so there isn't much that we could do about it. Now, this will be tarmac 2. Yeah. This, of course, will now require massive amounts of terraforming. Just because it's that low, isn't it? Oh, balls! The terrain! It's becoming a war zone! Help! What are we to do about it? Yeah, that is a good question. What are we to do about it? Not much, I guess. I mean, the terrain isn't that easy. At least we got this one in. Now we are gonna use these no entry signs just because, I mean, they're not ugly, so we might as well. And they look much better than the regular one, so... Rightio, now this ride is in place and we will charge the outrageous price of $5. Now I said I would do sharp pricing, you know, aggressive pricing, as the number of guests doesn't matter, but I still think that $5 for a merry-go-round is quite aggressive. I'm just talking about coasters. We're gonna price them aggressively, and what I'm also gonna try and do is because what we usually do right now is that once the popularity drops to 0, we then lower the price to like, well, I don't know, I think this would go to 50 cents or $1. I'm now going to gradually drop the price to that. So we're gonna do it by like $1, you know, steps. See if that works and see if that will net us more profits. So, right now. We are gonna call this the Boulderberry. Boulderberry. Yeah. Wow. That's nothing to do with boulders really, but oh man, have I missed the sounds of this one really. Yeah, we're gonna stick with a classic rad on this one. Right, okay, there it is. The very first ride of the park is a fact. And to be honest, you handy dude, we are going to de-assign your area. You're going to be our emergency handy dude, you know. When things go alright, you are the one we will call upon. So, yeah. And no, you don't get extra payment for, you know, those, to be on the call, so to say. So, yeah, there you have it, you know. We are paying minimum wages, and I'm proud of it. No, not really, but what were you doing there, handy dude? This is work time. You're not supposed to just, you know, lazy on the beach. No, you need to work and clean the paths. Right, now those lovely tunes are coming into my ear. I think we should also get ourselves a thrill ride. And what better than to have a tower that, you know, stands like over here and where you can peek into the volcano. I think that would be absolutely freaking amazing. So we are going to build it over here, which means we do not need any terraforming, which is one of the reasons why we're building it here. I guess I could terraform some, but I don't really think we need it, so... There, now I would want to know, that's 31, that means that we need at least to go a good bit above it. But I think we should go above, you know, make it higher still even, for just so that we have like a good ride. So yeah, there's multiple reasons to do so. Now, we're gonna put this over here, and then we'll leave this. Also, yeah. Now we'll test it a little bit later on. Right. Yeah. Okay. And this is looking alrighty. Then we'll just do it simple, like this. Actually, I could even extend that one further. There. Repeat guest. Oh yes. The more, the merrier, I think. Rightio, that means that this one will also be charged $5, and we're gonna do some fine tuning to it. Now this one will probably be, this one will probably be making profit, like, you know, for years to come at that price. That's alright now. Now let's see. Right. Man, that's pathetic. Up the speed. 75, is that like that height? No, that needs to go up to 93. Perfect, I'd say. With a few guests on, I think it goes a little bit higher. So that would mean that it would almost go off. Awesome. Yeah, totally awesome. Right, good, good, good. Now, we need a name for this. How about we call this... Oh man, this would have been even cooler if this was right in the dead center over here going up, but no, that's not gonna happen. No, how about we call this the yeah, we could call this the volcano spy. We could also call this Earth Activity Monitor. Earth Activity Monitor. Come on, monitor. I guess. Yeah. Ooh, I know one. We're gonna. No, I think we should save it for a coaster. But I want to call this the seas. Seas. I don't even know now. I don't even know how seas. Yeah. Seismology. We're gonna call it like that. You know? Oh yes, from the earthquake stuff, you know. Man, I'm having trouble with numbers. I'm having trouble with English. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. Or maybe not. Right, now, back to coloring. You know, back to more pressing matters. I don't want everything to be yellow and red and orange. So we are not going to, you know, this is gonna be a... Well, hey, can we wait for it. Can we? Oh my good lord, if only I had known. Ah, well now we're gonna stick with one color. It's not gonna be this murky green though. Maybe... No. No. A white tower perhaps. It wasn't such a bad choice to start out with. A black floor. And then we could go with a the blue inline. Yeah, alright. And then some yellow bars on that one. That looks pretty solid if you ask me. Right, okay. Oh, that's another thing we haven't done. We have not set the eggheads to any work in particular. I know one thing, we don't really need any roller coasters nor gentle rides. We could do with shops and stalls. We could also do with scenery and theming, to be honest. It's not really that we're after things in particular. All that we need is to gain money, and we can do so with shops and stalls and with throw rides and pretty much everything. So, yeah. Right, we'll leave it at this. We will go with maximum funding though. And even that, it's not like a necessity to go with maximum funding. I mean, there's no real pressure at us or anything, so... But, wow, oh, and oh my good lord, look at this. Long queue, maybe way too long. But alright, I mean, it's fine. We got this park started right now, and I'm quite happy with that. We have the old tunes bag, and wow, this whole goal that we have to achieve, man. It's making me smile, and that is good. But how this is going to evolve, how we are going to further tackle this goal that the game has set us, you will find out next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.